Okay, this is the first interview I'm doing for Music is Power podcast, so don't blame me if there are some error or mistakes. No. Okay, let me start from the beginning. When was your first interest in music start, and how were the Pitty Sing created?
Okay, well, my parents were always in music. They met because they were in bands on tour together. My dad is English. He was in a 70s Christian rock and roll band. And my mom is from Pennsylvania in the States. So they were on a world tour together, and that's how they met. And so it's always been in the family. And I've always been playing piano since I was very small. And picked up playing electric guitar about when I was like 9 or so. Started writing songs, and that was pretty much the end.
Okay.
Sorry, I got something in my eye.
I have read it from the critics that they compare you with Simple Minds and the Smiths. Do you think that it's something similar to them? And if not, what bands have you inspired you, or what bands have you compared with?
Well, as far as Pitty Sing goes, I can see how they did some comparisons to Simple Minds and Morrissey and things like that, because a lot of it was kind of the 80s influence without us even trying, really. The thing is, I don't like most of that 80s stuff, so, you know, I wish they would have said we sounded like other people. I've personally been more influenced by maybe like the Laws, and Suede, and things like that.
Yeah, I will ask you later for your favorite
Okay.
artists. Have you been the guru of the band? What I mean by that is, have you been the only person who write the songs, both lyrics and music?
Yeah, I was the main songwriter, both lyrics and music. But you know, the other guys in the band did all the parts, and a lot of it came to life after we played it together. But I guess I had the simple song format beforehand.
Can you tell us why the band split up and it is over? I mean, do you think that they will reunion again?
Well, we split up mainly because our record label was going bankrupt, and we couldn't eat anymore.
I see.
So that was kind of the end of it, and I had this crazy idea that I was going to rap for a while, and it didn't work very well. So, you know, then I started doing real songs again. But it wasn't like we were really upset with each other and we couldn't deal with each other anymore. It was just kind of like, well, it's just the natural end of it. As far as the reunion goes, we've decided to do a second record, just the three of us now. We probably won't perform or do much else, but we want to record the second record and release it like on MySpace and try and make, you know, a couple $100 that we can blow on a drinking night.
Okay. And let me get to some more personal, like how do you write your songs? Do you write them instantly, or do you have some riff or songs in your mind and then you build the song or later on?
It depends. Most of the good ones are, you know, just kind of come out of thin air, usually while I'm on the toilet. But you know, when I haven't written one in a while, and I'll sort of throw something together. I'll have a bunch of parts of lots of them, and I'll just kind of squeeze them together. But those ones usually don't last too long. But yeah, for the most part, they just kind of, you know, you get inspired and it all comes at once.
As long as I know, you have a gig tomorrow, right?
Oh yeah, it's in Brooklyn.
Are you happy with the gigs you have? I mean, the venues and the fans?
I mean, I'm happy enough at this point. I don't get paid a lot. there's not many fans, and the places are pretty small. But you know, it's a start.
Do you prefer to play big concerts or do you prefer to play like in small clubs?
At this point, I'm enjoying the small clubs because it's the music just calls for it being acoustic, and you know, telling people the lyrics and sort of just being myself and not trying to do like a big production of it. And you know, the having a small sound system is okay for this because it's just a guitar and I'm just singing as loud as I can. And you know, I'm just trying to be as interesting and captivating as somebody with an acoustic guitar can be, I guess. So it works out well.
So you're playing only with acoustic guitars. You don't have guys playing with you or something.
Not yet. I'm in the process of setting it up.
I have read in your MySpace profile that you play all the instruments in your songs. How many instruments are that?
Well, you know, it's funny because I started off doing these songs as a collection of songs to sell to people because I'm pretty broke. So I was trying to get something to say Kelly Clarkson or something like that, and it turned out that I actually liked them and didn't want to give them up. So now I'm stuck with all these demos of them, but I was really just playing to show the song, and I wasn't trying to do it in any good way or anything. But I kind of like there's a certain charm to it now because I didn't try very hard, I think. So it just kind of came out natural and sounds kind of raw. And I don't know, I'm into it at the moment.
So you're unsigned, and do you like to be unsigned or you prefer to sign?
Oh well, I don't think anybody really likes being unsigned. But you know, I wouldn't want to go through what I did before with the band, just because there was so much politics involved and all this major label stuff, and you know, they were giving me haircuts and dressing me up like a freaking doll. And it was terrible. So telling me what to say and stuff like this, and so I have no interest in that again. I'd rather have a very small, you know, not as much money involved, but letting me do my own thing and maybe put me on the road and put a record out, and you know, just small business sort of idea.
Okay, isn't indie labels for that? I mean, they are calling indie because of the independence. So
yeah.
They give you independence. Is that not right?
No, I mean there are some labels that still believe in that. I think there's such an emphasis in the marketplace now on independent music that it's really no longer independent whatsoever. Like a lot of these indie labels are, you know, just as big. Well, really, like indie. I'm sure there are some that maintain the same idea as far as like letting people sort of explain what it is they do themselves and project themselves. But I think a lot of these indie labels are just calling themselves that, and there's such an emphasis on indie music right now in the marketplace that it's just like they might as well be major labels. They're throwing as much money into it. They have as much control over it, and now you see all these indie bands dressed up like, I don't know, new Kids on the Block. So I think there still is some, you know, some foundation to the independent thing, but it's becoming more and more of a lost thing, a harder thing to find, I think.
Okay. Can you tell me your favorite artist? I mean, last artist you have bought CDs or something like that?
You know, I probably should, but I never buy CDs.
Oh yeah.
I don't even own my own.
Okay.
But as far as like, I don't know, anything modern you mean, like that's just come out?
Yeah.
Something in the last year or so?
Yeah, you can say just your favorite artist. It doesn't matter what year they are.
I don't know. I really like the band The Lost from the late 80s, early 90s who did There She Goes. Nobody really remembers them, I don't think. And they just had the one song that was ruined by Sixpence None the Richer. But they were still a great band. It's a great album, and it's a shame they never did anything else.
Okay.
Other than that, I don't know. I listen to things that don't sound anything like me.
Good.
Like MIA, I guess. Diddy Rascal.
Okay, thank you. And
Sure.
yeah, I think this was the last question for the interview.
Okay. Thank you very much for listening. Appreciate any support you get, and hopefully you'll see me around sometime.
Can we play a little game? I will tell
Sure.
you a name of a band, and you will
Okay.
tell me the first thing you think of.
Okay, yeah, no problem.
Okay, wages.
Home.
Kaiser Chiefs.
Crap.
Metric.
Hot girl bitchy attitude.
Yes.
Ugly girl awesome attitude.
The Chemical Brothers.
Old.
The Chemical Romance.
Useless.
Hot Chip.
I kinda like it, but my dad likes it too.
Foo Fighters.
Ooh. You'll never be Nirvana.
The Smiths.
Had a lot of great songs, and a lot of them sound the same.
War.
I always liked them, but always said I liked them more than I really did.
Okay. And last, Pitty Sing.
Pitty Sing, great band, overlooked by the second album.
Okay. Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Yeah,
for
no
this.
problem. Thank you.